Hey there, welcome to the channel, or if you've been here before, welcome back. We do appreciate having you. Today I've got some pork loin steaks, and it's raining outside, so we're probably going to be inside, unless it stops, who knows. And we're going to cook up some, I guess you'd call them battered pork loins? I'm not exactly sure what to call them. I just know how to make them. Stay tuned, and you can see how to make them too. Alright, so to get started, first thing I'm going to do is grab a couple of these pork loins. Might even go ahead and just grab all of them, who knows. Playing this by ear a little bit, aren't we? There we go. And basically what I want to do with them, and I don't need to overly just beat them to death or anything, but I am going to tenderize these a bit. Alright, there we go. Can even flip them over and hit them on the other side if you really want to. If you've just got a bit more that you want to get out. They don't really need it on both sides. You can do it. Alright, now that that's done, I'm going to get a couple eggs. You should still be able to see what I'm doing, I hope. There, yeah. I'll move it in here a bit more. A couple eggs. And a bit of milk. Stir all that up. In the other bowl, I'm going to need some flour, I'm going to make a mess as usual, some flour, some cornmeal, some of our special stuff, good bit of that actually on this. Let's go ahead and stir that all together some. And I'm also going to go ahead and add a bit of salt and a bit of extra white pepper. I'm going to make more of a mess, because it's me, of course. Alright, now then, this is going to go in there. Flip it over. I'm just going to let that sit there a second while I grab my other cutting board here. And I'm going to take this, drain most of that off of it. You know, we don't want it dripping. It's going to take its time. And then in there it's going to go. Over Give it a bit of extra tenderization, I guess you could call it there. And that's gonna go on our tray. Now then, I'm gonna go ahead and rinse and repeat that 3 more times, and then I'll be back. So I went ahead and got those ready to go, and I sorted out my board while I was at it so I could get them onto the proper one here. Those are ready to go on the grill now, but I'm going to set them aside for a few minutes while we work on something else to go with them first. Now next up, we're going to take some of these guys, obviously a nice British favorite, baked beans, and we're going to make them a little bit more Louisiana barbecue. Why? Well, why not, right? Right, stick with me here. Okay, so starting off, we've got a pan, we're getting it hot. We're going to go ahead and throw our beans in there. Now, obviously, yes, we could just heat these up and eat them, and they are lovely. No complaints at all there. But let's do something a bit more. So, starting out, I'm going to throw in a bit of brown sugar. You will have seen in my previous videos, brown sugar is always tied to the flavors of barbecue. So that's a good start. I'm also going to use a little bit of this stuff, and I will put a link to this below if you want to pick up some from Amazon. Liquid smoke. This is a great way of getting that kind of smoky grill flavor without going outside. I'm also going to add a bit of this right here. Maybe a little more than a bit. That's to taste. And finally, I'm going to go ahead and add something that has always been a staple of campfire beans in the States. Bourbon. It's the secret ingredient of all times, because if you want to have really good beans, that's the secret. That is what you need. I'm going to stir all of that together, and don't worry about feeding these to kids. That is going to cook off while they are cooking, so it will not leave any alcohol in the beans. It will, however, leave a lot of flavor behind. It also smells gorgeous right now. Alright, now then, I'm going to leave those on a low light, and I'm going to go heat the grill up. And while I'm heating the grill up, I think you might get a little message from, well, me. Be right back. Hey y'all, just a quick pop in while I'm doing some editing on some videos here to remind you that if you are interested in the recipes that I am posting on the channel, I am now posting those to a Patreon. The link is below in the description. So for $1 a month, you can go on there, you can get all the recipes, you can chat with other people on there. I'll make sure that I do respond on there. Also, if you're interested in the tools that I'm using on the channel, those are also all down below. You can get those on Amazon, no extra cost to you, but it does mean that you are supporting the channel. And by all means, I do say often, barbecue's expensive, guys, so I do appreciate any and all support you guys can give. Thank you again, and I'll let you get back to the video now. Alright, we've got a bit of a break in the weather, we've got some steaks, we've got a hot grill, and we're going to throw them on. Alright, we're going to give those about 5 minutes, and then we'll come check them. Alright, we've given these about 5 minutes. go ahead and flip them over. And we'll give them about 3.5 to 4 more. All right, we've given these another 4 minutes. Looks lovely. I'll go ahead and throw those on our board. And then, a little bit of a bonus. A lot of you probably will have seen me do it before, but basically what I did was I mixed our wet and dry elements of that breading mix that we made together. And this time, instead of throwing them in the fryer, I'm going to take a page from the hoe cakes we did a couple days ago and go ahead and just throw this mix on here. And I'm going to give that about 1.5 minutes. Alright, so we've given those about, well, really about 2 minutes. Let's see if we can flip it. Ah, yeah. Gorgeous. Go ahead and cook the other side off for about 1 minute. Alright, let's go ahead and check this out again. Wonderful. Go ahead and get that off of here as well. We'll head inside and get plated up. Alright, I am back inside and I'm going to be plating up 3 plates tonight. So I'll just go ahead and show you what I do. You did miss one step with the beans, apologies for that. While they were cooking down, I went ahead and added some chopped onion as well that I realized I did not put in earlier. Alright, that's the beans. Next up, I'm going to take some of this pork that I've done, and for the purposes of plating up and making it nice and easy for eating in bed, watching TV, which is exactly where I'm about to head with Joanne, I'm going to go ahead and chop it up into some strips. I'll throw one of them in there like so. I might even try to make one of them a bit prettier and keep all of it kind of together a bit. Why not? Time number 3. And then I've got one more. Now, we all know, well, if you've been here before, you know that Joanne eats a bit less than the rest of us. So this last one I'll put, well, I'll throw it everywhere is what I'll do. Put part of it in there. Part of it in there. like so. And then this kind of cornbread cake thing that I made, whatever we want to call it, I will go ahead and do a bit like that. And there we have it. Dinner served. Alright, I've gotten in bed. I've been joined by the lovely Joanne.
No, you joined me.
Okay, fair enough. I joined you.
Thank you. I haven't been out of bed. I've been lazy.
I'll let her have that one because it's a technicality and I love technicalities.
So I'll throw it in the belly.
So, dinner is served.
Okay, thank you. Ooh, what we got? Ooh. We've got a...
That's an experimental cornbread-like thing.
I was going to say when I said we've got a... Oh, but you've done my favourite thing. Beans. Barbecue. I'll take it. Shall I try the meat first?
I've shown them how to cook all of it today, so I've set you up this time.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with what you do first this time.
No, but I normally leave the meat till last. So what do you mean? Because you're always on about me trying the meat last.
Well, a lot of the times the sides are not actually what I was showing in the video, but today I've shown all of it, so...
I love the sides, but I'll eat the meat. And you can't say anything. Oh, it's nice. That's pork. Is it pork loin steak? Yeah, and you've breaded it.
Yes. Cornmeal breading, and then I've done it on the smoker on the grill.
Nice. That's always nice. With the beans. And this experimental thing, have you tried it?
Not yet.
Oh, great. Thanks.
I know what it is, though, so I'm sure it's going to be all right.
Yeah, it's all right.
All right. Overall verdict, score out of 10.
Very nice. This just doesn't know what it is.
Fair enough. I basically took the ingredients from the wet and the dry batters that are basically cornbread ingredients, and I threw them on the griddle pan after I took the meat off.
Oh. So you've made cornbread, but without baking it?
Correct. I took the flour and cornmeal and spices off of the batter, and the milk and egg mix from the batter, mixed those together and poured them on the griddle.
Okay. I would say this. You want me to be honest? It is very dense.
Fair enough. I was afraid that it might be. So that might be a mixed experiment.
Yeah.
Okay, so cut that bit out then and give me a score just on the meat and beans. I'll cheat my scores any way I can here.
9.
9 out of 10. All right, there we go. So Joanne's happy. That makes me happy. Joanne says you need to make them. So, I mean, listen to her. She's always right, except when, she disagrees with me. You can't see her look right now, and I'm happy for that. All right, yeah, so we're going to have some food. We're going to watch some TV, and I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.